everyone, this is Lourdes Galang and welcome back to our training for the Network Marketing for Filipinos, How to Network the Right Way. So now after learning about the basics of network marketing, we're ready to move on to the next training on how to do the business. Okay, now before we do any business or before we actually try to see how we're going to be successful in any type of business, there has to be a system in place. Kailangan merong sinusundan na sistema kung paano mag-work out ang isang business or anything that we do in particular, nothing in particular. Kahit na nasa office ka or you have your own work, diba, you have a system for you to organize yourself into doing things at work. Now, our system or the system that we're going to follow in doing our network marketing business is the system that I have designed, for my own team in my network marketing business. And, I feel that if you have a system, then it would be easy for your downlines to duplicate whatever you're doing in the business. Kasi mahirap kapag wala kang system, hindi mo rin alam kung paano mo iti-train or i-guide yung mga downlines mo into doing the business. So my system, okay, the first one is to visualize. It's very important in the network marketing business because of all the rejections, all the hard work, all the trials, all the obstacles, all the pains that you can think of in doing the network marketing. It's very important that you have a strong vision of what you intend to finish in this kind of industry. So kailangan meron kang clear na vision kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mong mangyari, kung bakit ka pumasok sa ganitong industry and bakit mo gagawin tong business na to. So that's number one thing that you should ask your downlines and you yourself should do is to visualize. So I'll be teaching you on how to do or on how to visualize. Second would be to find prospects. Okay? Yung iba, nag-jump in kagad sa pagpapahanap ng prospects sa mga, yung mga downlines nila, tinuturuan kagad nila na mag-list down ng kanilang mga prospects, without having a clear vision on what do they want to achieve in this kind of business or in this kind of industry. So after you visualize, that's the only time that you start, doing the prospecting. So, yung paghahanap ng prospect, it could be, you list down your warm market or your cold, or you find, prospects in the cold market. So, I'll be teaching you as well on how to find prospects. Number 3 is invite prospects. Obviously, you'll be able to generate income if you're doing an activity wherein you're inviting your prospects to look at your business or to look at your product. Otherwise, there's no point listing down all those contact lists that you have if you're not going to invite them or even contact them for them to know that you are doing this business or that you have a great product. Number 4, present to prospects. So once you have invited them, obviously you have to present what you've asked them to look at. Okay? How will they know if it's a good product? How will they know if it's a good business if you're not going to present it to them? Number 5, close and handle objections. So it's very important that, once you have done the 3 stages of finding, inviting, and presenting, is that you're able to close and handle whatever objections that your prospects might throw at you. And it's very important that you get trained so that you can train your downlines as well on how they're going to close and handle objections. And then 6 is to train. So if you know how to follow the system, and then once you have downlines who have signed up and they want to get started in the business right away, then it's very important that you know how to train and to lead them into doing the business. So sabi ko nga, it's very important that you have a system to follow para mas madali mong maduplicate ang sarili mo sa kanila, 'di ba? And then you just have to repeat the steps. So it doesn't mean na kapag nakapag-build ka na ng malaking network, you're gonna stop. you have to continue to keep on doing this. Kasi the more na nakikita ka ng mga downline mo that you are still doing, what you have taught them to do, which is following the system, then they will also, follow your example, follow your lead. So repeat the steps again. Number one, go back to visualization. Kasi baka pagbalik mo sa visualization, even if you're earning, good money or good income, baka may mahanap ka pa or madig out ka pa sa sarili mo na another reason on why you should want to expand your network, or on why are you doing the network marketing business. So repeat the steps from 1 to 6 again. Okay, so the first part is to visualize. So how do we visualize? Now, before we get into the visualization part, I want to ask you first, kung natanong nyo na ba sa sarili nyo tong question na to, what on earth am I here for? Obviously, hindi ka naman pinanganak without any reason. I mean, God had a plan why you came out here on earth, 'di ba? Yun yung tinatawag natin na God's purpose for him putting you wherever you are at the moment. So, merong reason kung bakit nandyan ka sa kinalalagyan mo ngayon, at kung ano man yung nangyayari sa buhay mo, merong dahilan yan. So there is a reason why you are here on earth. And it's our responsibility to ask God, to help us, to reveal it to us. Kasi mahirap if we try to find, God's purpose. Kasi when you're trying to find God's purpose, it's a self-effort. But if you ask God to reveal it to you, I read it in one book, yung Discovering God's Will for Your Life. Kasi before, whenever I ask myself, what am I here for? Parang ano bang purpose ko dito sa earth? Parang what am I supposed to do here? Like will I leave any legacy, or will I be worth of something? Will I have an impact to other people's lives? Will I be changing lives, or am I just living for myself? But when I read the book Discovering God's Will for Your Life by Ray Pritchard, dun ko na realize that God will guide. If you ask God to reveal His will for you, kung ano talaga yung purpose mo dito sa earth, kung bakit kanya nilagay sa kung nasaan ka man ngayon, He will speak to you in your heart, or in your mind, or in your dreams, kung ano talaga yung purpose mo. And nothing is greater than to know what your purpose here on earth is. So kung alam mo that you'll be able to do this network marketing business because you're going to be able to help, people to develop themselves, or to become leaders, or, to earn a huge amount of money that they can use for charity, or helping other people who are in need, then you'll be at peace within yourself that, you're doing something for God, for the glory of God. Okay. Now, I don't know if you have read this book. It's Rick Warren's The Purpose-Driven Life, and it's very popular. And I have finished reading this book, and it guided me on how to find, or on how can I know kung ano talaga yung purpose ko dito sa earth. Now, if you have this book, go read it again if you have already read it. If you don't have this book yet, then I recommend that you find a copy and read this book. Mas may enlighten ka that there is a greater mission, or a greater commission here on earth that you should be doing. Okay, you're not just living here on earth for your own. So what is your purpose? Is it, to earn big money? What is your purpose in getting into network marketing business? Is it because of big money? Did you enter this business thinking that, this is the only way for me to earn big money or to have a huge income. Because if you have big money, if you have huge income, you can do a lot of things. You can buy your dream house, you can buy your dream car, you can spend to whatever you want, or you could use that to help other people, to put up charities. So there's a lot of things that you can do with money, and if that is your purpose, then you have to know, is it time freedom? So did you get into this business because maybe you have money but you don't have time freedom? When we say time freedom, hindi mo hawak yung oras mo. So, like say for example, with your family, having time with your family. Kapag may mga occasions, you're not able to attend the occasions because you have work. 'Di ba? And hindi ka pinapayagan ng boss mo na mag-absent. So, you're not able to attend those family occasions. Or if you're working 7 days a week and more than 16 hours or 17 hours, then what freedom do you have with your time if you're working like that? So you have to ask yourselves, what is your purpose? Is it big money, time freedom, or personal development? Kasi pwede naman you already have the money, you already have time freedom. Kasi diba, if you have the money, then you don't have to work longer hours, just for you to earn money, and you can decide or you can control whatever you do with your time. But some people, even if they have both, they still get into network marketing business because they want to develop themselves more. Kasi sa network marketing business, maraming skills na made-develop sa'yo. Maraming self-development na mangyayari in terms of, handling rejections. And yung persistence mo, yung perseverance on how to handle the rejections that your family and friends are gonna throw at you. It's gonna make you tough, or it's gonna give you mental toughness that you will still continue your network marketing business even though you're getting rejected. Kasi masakit yun. Siguro pinakamasakit sa isang tao na pwede niyang pagdaanan is yung feeling of rejection, di ba? Nobody wants to get rejected, or nobody wants to get laughed at or ridiculed. Kahit sino naman, ayaw ng pinagtatawanan siya because of, whatever business he's doing or he's getting into. So, there's a lot of room for personal development when you're in the network marketing business. You also get to manage your time. So, matututo ka i-manage yung time mo. You will also learn how to be a great leader because you'll be leading your network marketing group. And you will also know lots of things about how to do sales, how to do marketing. So there's a lot of room for personal development when you get into network marketing that maybe you're not going to be able to get in any other kind of business. Or maybe you have a deeper purpose. So pwede namang okay ka na sa sarili mo. You know that you've got you're confident with your self-development or personal development side. You've got big money, you've got time freedom. But then you have this, longing to help other people. Kumbaga, gusto mo na yung life mo mas magkaroon pa ng purpose, which is to help other people to have a better life as well. Just like you, di ba? So, pwedeng na-enjoy mo yung lifestyle na meron ka, hindi ka naman problema sa finances, hindi ka naman problema sa oras, you have enough time for your family and for your friends, and you know yourself, you have faith in yourself that God has given you the talents and skills that you're able to manage fully, and you want in return to use those resources. And by getting into the network marketing business, you know that you're gonna be able to reach out to a lot of people that you'll be able to help. You'll be able to train, to lead, and to guide in being successful, just as how successful you are as well. So it could be that your purpose getting into the network marketing business are the four of this, or just one of it or two of it. But you have to really dig yourself, dig deeper to yourself kung ano ba talaga yung purpose mo. And once you know your purpose, why you enter the network marketing business, that's the time that you can create your vision. Okay? So if your purpose is to have big money because you want to build your dream house for your parents or for your family, then you start to create those vision of having that big income, that you're able to build your dream house, that you're able to get your dream car. Now, what I want you to do is to, ask yourself, how do you see yourself, knowing that whatever purpose you have, how do you want to see yourself? Now, this step, okay, I need you to do this while, doing this training. Create your own movie. So, create in your mind a vision kung, like, parang sa pelikula, di ba, na pupunta ka um, sa real estate agent because ready ka na para bumili ng lote. Tapos, you're talking to an architect and to your engineer. Pinaplano nyo na yung dream house ninyo. And then, you're gonna go to the brand of car that you want sa dealer kasi you're gonna be buying your car. So, I want you to create that movie in your mind, whatever your purpose is. If it's helping other people, then create a movie wherein you see yourself helping other people, leading other people. And once you're in that mood of, or once you're in that situation that you're creating your own movie, rate yourself. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, was the picture clear? When you were creating that movie in your mind of doing the things, okay, um, that has a connection with your purpose, was the picture clear? And then on a scale of 1 to 10, did you feel a sense of positive or negative expectation whether that result would actually happen or not? And then on a scale of 1 to 10, did you feel you really deserved it? So with these three scales, you have to rate yourself. 1 is being the lowest and 10 is being the highest. And you have to be honest, okay? Now, once you have written down the scores, okay, for these three questions, total up your points. Now, if your points fall between 24 to 30, then there's a high probability that you are on your way. So, ibig sabihin, kung very clear yung picture at naniniwala ka dun sa movie na create mo sa utak mo, then you are on your way for success in the network marketing business. If it's 20 to 24, something is standing in between you and what you want. So, you want it to happen, pero there is something that's stopping you, okay, or that is standing in between you and what you want. And you have to find out, ano kaya yung reason, or ano kaya yung something na yun that's standing in between. Kasi if you're not able to get rid of it, or if you're not able to pinpoint kung ano yung nagpapastop sa'yo to think that you're gonna be able to be successful here in the network marketing business, then you're gonna have a hard time. Okay, if your score falls between 16 to 20, you may want this, but you really only expect for things to stay the same as they are now. So, ito yung mga tao na gusto-gusto nila. They can picture it in their mind, pero they're not really gonna do anything about it. So, na-envision nila, alam nila na gusto nila yun. I mean, who doesn't want to have, who doesn't want to have their dream house? Who doesn't want to have their dream car? Who doesn't want to have a good lifestyle? Who doesn't want na makatulong sa ibang tao, 'di ba? Pero if your score falls between 16 to 20, ibig sabihin you're just gonna expect that things are gonna stay the same regardless if you do anything or not do anything. It's just gonna stay the same. So it's just gonna be in your mind. Nasa utak mo na lang na it can happen. Below 16 means not only do you not believe this will happen, exactly the opposite could happen. So there are a lot of people who get into network marketing business who doesn't really believe, that they're going to be successful. And these are the kind of people. So if you fall below this category, then you have to have a lot of things to think about. why in the first place did you choose this kind of business or this, this kind of industry? Kasi, this is not a case of seeing is believing. This is a case of believing to see. So you have to believe first for you to make things happen and for you to see things happen. So if you are in this category, there's a lot of work that you need to do within your beliefs. Now, there are some, causes and what we call kinds of programming that might have affected on how we think of our visions of or on how we think of our purposes. The first one is the outside input, what people have told you. I'm sure when we were younger, most of the times, pag pinapagalitan tayo ng parents natin or ng mga nakakatanda sa atin, they say things na napoprogram sa utak natin. So if we've done something bad, then they tell us that we're bad boy or we're bad girls. And siguro sa paulit-ulit na sinasabi nila sa atin yon, then we come to think na yes, I'm a bad boy or yes, I'm a bad girl. Or pwede rin naman na if you were lazy at when if you were lazy, then people tell you that tamad ka. So yung programming din sa utak mo parang it keeps on saying na, oo, tamad ka nga, tamad ka. So, yun yung napoprogram sa utak natin na kung ano yung sinasabi ng ibang tao or kung ano yung sinabi sa atin ng ibang tao, parang yun na yung tumatatak sa isip natin. Experiences you've had, the facts. So, let's say for example, you put up a business and your business failed. Well, it's a fact, okay, that your business failed. But because of that experience, it made you feel that you're inadequate or that if you're going to put up a business again, it might fail or totally it will fail. Okay. I've had this kind of experience when we came back here in London. We put up a traditional business. It's like a mini restaurant, and all the hard-earned money that we've saved, parang we put it into that kind of business, and it failed. We failed 2 times. So parang ang feeling ko noon, I had this programming in my mind that if I put up another traditional business, it's gonna fail again. I'm sure it's gonna fail again. So yun na yung naging programming sa utak ko. So what I did was to find another way, and and that way that I found was the network marketing business. And I failed, okay, in my first in my first year of doing the network marketing. I did a lot of, things that were, I would say, epic fail because I didn't know how to do the business. I didn't know what the concept, the basics. So lahat ng learning, as I've said, came along through the experiences and with the mistakes that I've done in putting up the business. But you know what? That experience of failure in network marketing business, and I did not just fail once or twice or thrice. So there's a lot of failures, but it did not, stop me from doing network marketing. Okay, it's a fact that I've been failing in my network marketing business, but because I have a deeper why, and because I had that vision that I will be successful in network marketing business, it led me to believe that there is no way that I will quit this business. Okay, so pwedeng the experience that you've had will give you a programming for you to quit or for you to continue. So the experiences really matters. It's a great learning. It's a great learning experience. Your internal dialogue is also one way where you program yourself into self-talk. So it could be a negative self-talk or a positive self-talk. So kung negative self-talk yung lagi mong sinasabi sa sarili mo, like if you say na I'm not confident, I'm irresponsible, I am lazy. So every time you say that to yourself, every time it's like convincing yourself that you are really that person. Now, on if you're doing the positive self-talk naman, that's when you say, like, every morning you say that, you are great, you're wonderful, you're amazing, and you are created by God to do, lots of good things to other people. Then that positive self-talk actually gives you, you know, the strength, or the kind of vision that will help you to be successful, or to do whatever that you want to do in life. Kasi kung negative yung self-talk na sinasabi mo sa sarili mo, then negative then yung magiging outcome. But if you're saying positive, self-talk to yourself, then positive then yung magiging outcome. Do you understand? I'm sure most of you have experienced that, or a lot of you does this kind of thing wherein you self-talk yourself. Like, siguro pag binasted ka ng nililigawan mo, you say to yourself, hindi ka kasi gwapo, hindi ka gwapo, or, he doesn't like you because you're not rich, or alam mo yun, you throw all this negative self-talk because of that, whatever situation that you're in. And the more that you will feel negative about yourself. But kahit binasted ka ng nililigawan mo, and you have that positive self-talk that maybe she's not the right girl for you. Maybe God, will give you a better girl in his right time. So you'll feel positive that God values you so much that he wants you to have the best girl in your life, or the best partner in your life, 'di ba? So you have to be careful with this kinds of programming. If you've had, previous programming na hindi maganda, then for you to be able to succeed in the network marketing business, it's time for you to change those kinds of programming. So if you've had outside input, people have told you negative things, or if people have told you bad things about you, then you have to start shifting those into positive, okay? So, kailangan simulan mo ulit na i-reprogram yung sarili mo that you are good, that God created you for something good, and that you can be successful in this kind of business. Now, whatever experiences you've had, make that as a learning experience, not to stop you from doing what you think you can do. It should motivate you to keep on moving and to keep on doing what you think you can do. And then that internal dialogue, every day you should start talking to yourself in a positive way. Always remind yourself that there is always positive in everything, okay, that happens. So even with yourself, kahit na you feel low, you feel down, or the situation is really not good, you still have to talk positively to yourself. Now, you've got to decide who we are versus deciding what happened. So, you have to make a decision kung sino ka ba talaga. I mean, after your past, kasi 'di ba, as you can see in the diagram, meron tayong past, present, and the future. Yung present, nasa gitna. And, that is your present situation and whatever present decisions that you will be deciding for yourself. Yung past mo, nangyari na. Yung future mo will depend on whatever decisions that you will be making in your present situation. So you have to decide right now who you're going to become versus on deciding what happened to you from the past. So if in the past you were thinking negatively of yourself because of the failures from your experiences, from whatever decisions you have made in the past, then you have to make sure that in the present time it should not affect whatever decision that you're gonna be making for your future. Diba, lagi nyo nga, I'm sure lagi nyo naririnig na kung ano yung naging decision mo noon ay resulta yon ng kung ano ka ngayon. Pero kung ano yung mga magiging decision mo ngayon ay ang magbibigay sa'yo ng magandang resulta para sa future mo. Well, something like that, okay? But it does make sense, 'di ba? Kung sino ka ngayon ay it was a result of whatever, thoughts or thinking you've had in your past. And you have the ability to change it. You have the ability to change your thoughts about yourself sa mga matututunan mo at natutunan mo sa training na ito. You can apply it, right there and then, today. Hindi bukas, later on, or in the future, in the next coming years. You have to apply it today. So if there are changes that you need to make, then you have to do it now. Kasi ito yung present mo. 'Di ba? If you can remember the exercise that I asked you to do, were in creating a movie about how you would want to see yourself in the future, then whatever decision that you make now will affect that that wanting to make that movie come true. So kung yung score mo fall below 16, which is, as I've said, you have to make a lot of changes within your thinking para magawa mong maging successful sa ganitong business. Then you have to seriously commit yourself into making those changes. Okay? So remember this diagram, okay? Past is past. Present is present. And whatever decision, whatever changes that you will be making for yourself here in the present will affect the future that you will have. Okay? Now, as I've mentioned from our training sa basics of network marketing, some people, get into this business because they want to have personal development. And I think this is, an added bonus that you get aside from earning a good income and having the time freedom, as well as being able to help other people, is that you will have plenty of time while doing your business to develop yourself, and spend that time now to develop yourself into the person, or into the kind of network marketer that you want to become. And not just, a network marketer, but a professional network marketer who does network the right way. Okay? Now, you can choose, okay? We're all given choices. Even if God is in control of everything that happens in our everyday lives, God has still, given us the freedom to choose. So we have two choices, okay, in our network marketing business. We have a decision of convenience, and we also have a decision to commit. So what is the difference between these two decisions? When we say decision of convenience, we decide based on what is convenient for us. We decide based on where we can be more comfortable. For example, 'di ba, sa network marketing, you can do the business anywhere, part-time, anytime. Now, let's say for example, you have someone to meet up, and you're actually living um in Manila, and the person who wanted to meet you up is in the province, and he cannot, he cannot afford to go to the office because he's tied into his work. And for you, syempre, it's more convenient if, he just decide to go and attend the orientation or meet you up in Manila, because in that way, you don't have You don't actually have to go to his place or to his province. Let's say, for example, in Pangasinan to meet that person. But if you're going to decide, okay, based on convenience, then for sure your decision will be, oh, parang no, I'm not just gonna meet him up. Parang anyway, there's gonna be other people whom I can ask to join my business or whom I can recruit, diba? So that is deciding based on convenience. Since hindi ka magiging convenient to travel far, to go to Pangasinan just to meet this person, then, you just brush off the idea of meeting that person. So, yun yung pwede maging decision of convenience na, as I've said, it's your choice. Okay? Now, there's also what we call decision to commit. When you say decision to commit, ito yung whatever it takes. Whatever happens, I will commit myself to do it. So let's say, for example, you've got a downline. Well, this has actually happened to us. We've got a downline who lives in Nueva Vizcaya, and personally, I did know that it was mountainous going to that area. So, all along, I thought kasi napuntahan na rin namin yung Nueva Ecija when we conducted a business presentation as well for one of our downlines. And patag naman yung yung lugar. So, I was thinking all along that since Nueva Ecija, pagtas sa Nueva Ecija is Nueva Vizcaya. So, kayang-kaya medyo para magdadagdag ka lang ng 2 hours travel time. But when I asked, because we were in Pangasinan back then, after doing a training for one of our group in there, and then I asked one of my aunts because she is from Nueva Vizcaya, and I asked her, what is the road like, or paano ba pumunta doon sa Nueva Vizcaya? So, and then she reacted like, what? You're gonna go to Nueva Vizcaya? Naho, bundok yun, matarik yung lugar, and all that, and ganyan. So, ako naman, parang, okay, sige, maybe there's, just a winding road down there. And because we've already committed that we're going to do the business presentation for him, for his group in there. So, off we go. Kasama pa nga naman yung mga anak namin at that time and with two of my cousins. And when we were on that area, what they call Pituhang Manok or Santa Fe, I think. Oh my, I got the experience of my life. Kasi sa totoo lang, I never go to Baguio. I've been to Baguio only once, and that's because takot ako dun sa winding road na yon. Takot ako dun sa ganong daanan, which is matarik and paakyat siya. So, when we were already at that area, I was praying to God, like, keep us safe, and I really pray that you will still get us home safely after this trip. And I was really praying to God that He will, protect my husband and, give him wisdom in driving in that area. And after that, after nung nakababa na kami dun sa mountain na yun, I thought to myself, oh, I could, I could ask my husband for us to go to Baguio already kasi kung nakayanan niyang mag-drive dun sa lugar na yon, then ibig sabihin kaya na rin niyang mag-drive papuntang Baguio. Kasi I'm sure hindi ganun katirik yung mountain papuntang Baguio compared dun sa dinaanan namin. But it was all worth it. Kasi we got there at, I think, 7 o'clock. And then I presented to the group at around 8 o'clock. And we finished at about 9:30. So by 10 o'clock, we were already driving back home. And as I said, it was grabe. As in, para sa isang tao na takot bumiyahe sa mga ganong klase ng road na paliko ka pa lang, matarik yung lilikuan mo and ang katabi nun is bangin. I don't know if you have remembered the accident where Tada died dun sa area papunta sa I forgot kung ano yung bundok na yun. But yeah, it was I'm sure it was quite similar to that kind of to that kind of road. But the decision to commit that if you have committed that you will help your downline to support his team, and that you will support him in doing the business. So yung mga ganong cases, like we go to Pangasinan to train some of our groups there. And if you're just going to decide based on convenience na ang layo-layo naman, I still have to travel like 4 to 5 hours, just to go there and train them. But if you're always going to decide based on convenience, and based on where you're gonna be comfortable, then there are things that you might miss. What if, based on the decision of convenience that you've done, of not seeing that person who inquired to you, is actually a potential leader for your network marketing business? It could happen, diba? Because you never know. But as I've said, you are the one who's going to make the choice. So just remember, when you're making these choices in doing your network marketing business, you have two choices. You have a decision of convenience versus a decision to commit. And whatever decision that you choose between the two, then you have to be responsible. You have to be prepared to be responsible for whatever, consequences of those decisions that you will be making. In my experience, I've had so many decisions based on convenience. Okay, and part of the consequences of making those decisions based on convenience is losing potential leaders in my network marketing business. Makikita ko na lang nakasama na sa isang group, and the next thing I know, they're actually a great leader, and it was kind of a loss on my part, because if have I decided to commit, and to do this business based on commitment, then I would have gotten those leaders in my network marketing group. Okay, so it boils down to this friendly advice that I'll give you, that if you're really committed in making your business, your network marketing business, successful, you don't just say just do it. Just like the night saying that just do it. There is another sentence to that, which is just do it anyway. So hindi pwedeng gagawin mo lang siya. When we say just do it anyway, gagawin mo siya. You're going to do it even if you have fears, even if you're not really that comfortable doing it, but still, you do it anyway. Kasi ako, sometimes I feel the fear of rejection, and I think it's normal. Kahit siguro sino pang top earner dyan, they have they still have fear sometimes of speaking in a huge crowd, of what they're gonna say, or maybe they get intimidated if they have a prospect who's wealthier than them, or who's more successful than them. But still, they do it anyway. They get out of their comfort zone, and they try to not let that fear that they have to stop them from doing what they should be doing for their business. So yun eh. Parang hindi nila hinahayaan na yung takot nila pigilan kung ano man yung sa tingin nila ay kailangan nilang gawin para sa business nila. And that is based from a decision to commit into doing the business. Okay? So I hope you learned a lot from our training on how to visualize. So the next, training that we will be discussing is on how to find prospects.